inside handoff. Henry. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 14, first down, Commanders.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Down to the 42, second down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Working with his second and 4. Here's Rodgers. And complete once again to Watson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. And the last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. On third down, here's Dillon. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by two-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Night Train Lane. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big play there. 49 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Dillon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Dillon again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Dillon. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A.J. Dillon punching it in from a yard away. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Going deep for Hopkins.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Dillon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Rodgers going to try and run. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On play action, it's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Henry is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Henry. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Rodgers going to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Buying time to his left. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. That's going to wind up on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it again. Henry stops short of the 25. That second effort. It's rushing for him now in the ball game. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Henry up the middle. And he will have a 1st down at about the 20. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
He's got him in, complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams, 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Dillon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A.J. Dillon with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Rodgers throwing here. Going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And both would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. Let's face it. Any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
first carry for the Hall of Famer. It's the boss, Jerome Bettis.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Max Crosby. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Forced out to his left. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The man in motion left here, Johnson. They're going to try and throw. Being chased out left.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison.
They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Again to Henry. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. We're scoreless after 1.
2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Commanders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Attempt now from 5 yards further back.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
Bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Up the middle they run with Bettis. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Max Crosby able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
They'll try and throw for it here. Steps away. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
The pitch to Henry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Derrick Henry.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
And that flag accepted.
All the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
Taking it about the 1.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field, see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll give Henry another shot. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Henry. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Gano's kick is good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders.
And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Antonio Cromartie. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Lynch. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Herbert. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Dancing to his left. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. And again, Herbert. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense,
with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
he will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Henry running right. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On first down, Rodgers.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he's got it inside the 10.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. If you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And does Washington have it? They do. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way.
And it'll be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs. 11 yards there. First down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First down, Mahomes. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Up the middle they go. Gibbs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Gibbs. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon.
Yeah, boy, that hole closed quickly, and I don't think McKinnon got there. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins.
Touchdown, Washington.
DeAndre Hopkins. Best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from FedEx Field.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a dump off here complete, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Room here to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
There's a lot of good on that play when we see the big fella take it and rumble into the secondary. But how about the big part of it? Taking care of the football. He doesn't carry it very often, but when he does, he's got to make sure that he doesn't get it popped free. Unlike Mike Tolbert in Super Bowl 50, carrying the ball popped free, turnover, and it hurt his team.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that there was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Second down and back to Tomlinson.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On play action, Rodgers.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it. He's at the 30. 10.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there, turned it all around. Big moment.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. Now, receivers, you got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by two-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get out to throw it. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On first down, Hurts being chased out left. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of
of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. 25 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Flushed out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hurts. This one caught by Kittle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Gets past one man. Even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stops short of the 30.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now Rodgers. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And
incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And with a 17-0 lead in tow, they might not be too eager to press the issue here. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And touchdown! A big play there. 76 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 161 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work. run down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. They picked it in the end zone. They're glad he brought it out all the way across midfield into enemy territory.
And don't think for a second that some teammates didn't tell him to stay in the end zone, right? What he did there, to me, was the equivalent of baseball running through the third base coach's signal to stop at third.
It's only good if you're safe.
And he ended up, to me, this counts as safe. That's a great return.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Hurts throw complete there to Moore.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Rolling to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
Forced out to his left. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Calling a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guys. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Night Train Lane.
And the Commanders are going to take possession. Of the football.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. And some room to... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tony Pollard, 75 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. 7-7, our score after 1. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Going deep for Hopkins.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Finds his tight end Ingram. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without...
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. Inside handoff, Henry pushes him over.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Henry up the middle. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff to Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Tenth carry to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A first down carry for Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he's got room.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Henry running right, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get it back in form.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it'll be intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again to Henry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Tony Pollard right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. From the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Giants will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Night Train Lane. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he
threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They keep it with Henry on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This is Henry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Gano's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there. Gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays.
Hurts fumbles it. So they take over not only in in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 27, Brady. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Brady now on 1st down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. The receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Brady to throw again. And open, it's Moss, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Second down, and back they go to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 32. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They're going to give this one to Gronkowski. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, now Brady. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. But give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brady looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Rodgers going to throw. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Rodgers.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
For Washington now going to use. He takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Derrick Henry. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
are underway in Buffalo. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Justin Jefferson, 52 yards. And the Commanders have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Flush to his right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So they gave up the big play on the touchdown in the first drive, Charles, and now they were looking for a big play of their own. Instead, they throw the interception.
And, Brandon, they came right out and went for it, trying to push the ball downfield. But remember, the other side ran a few plays before their big one, so they got a little impatient there, and it cost them.
And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Isaiah Pacheco. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception.
giving up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Barry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flushed out right.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 1st down, Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Under pressure, they got him again.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And he's going to go down again. Jonathan Allen, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hurts. And this pass caught by Gray.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Buying time to his left.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for Washington.
and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a kid, don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
We go from Denver. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They begin with Henry, and that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Henry up the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Washington. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Henry will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and he'll be marked down at the 1. Henry again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Gano's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So what a turnaround there, a roughing call there, a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, Young eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Young's throw complete there to Pyramid. to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Young. Flushed out right. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Further.
First down carry for Henry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They will look to throw. Montana. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First and 10 for Montana and company. He's got the big receiver, Dwight Clark. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Montana. And that's complete to Gates.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Now Montana. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Going to try to throw for it with Montana. Caught by Gates, left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dwight Clark, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think is making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball.
It's up in the wrong hands. Up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Montana. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Marshall Faulk, 64 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Rodgers now to throw. He's got his pass. And that would be to 7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Takes it at the 7. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by two-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out in the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
To throw is Rodgers. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to look deep in zone for Hopkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal. They go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Montana. Gates has it over the middle. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Play action. It's Montana. That one caught by Carter. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Play fake. Now here's Montana. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Joe Montana here going to the air on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Montana.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Montana going for it on 4th. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is picked up by the defense. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. picked off by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is...
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Night Train Lane.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
He's got his man, Gates. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Here's Montana to throw. Gates with a grab.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll go to Falk on the screen.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Montana. It's complete. He finds Falk here.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. Here's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quay Walker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Running right, here's Falk. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the... And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Montana taking it in from 7 yards away. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
This is it! This is it!
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Quay Walker.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
On 2nd and 10, Montana.
He's got his man.
On this play, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
A short kick taken at the 18 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Inside handoff, Henry. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ty Law.
And the Chiefs are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take like a 9-9-9 route, 9 meaning go. Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. McNair. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for KC. 49 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now McNair looking for a 1st down throw.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup.
That's caught. It's Gronkowski for a Chiefs touchdown. From 19 yards away.
And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Rough incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 37 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score.
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
Kick team out there for the Commanders. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Keenan Allen, 75 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now it's Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught inside the 5.
Touchdown, Washington.
DeAndre Hopkins, 74 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for KC. 51 yards. It's Gronkowski. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying force plays, right? You try to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
To throw on 2nd down, Steve McNair. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Gano's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. A final shot before break. McNair sliding out of the pocket.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's Patterson again.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, it's McNair. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there for KC. And even 50 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Patterson is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields this way up at the... And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Okay, give some credit to the team covering the kick, but boy, what was he thinking? Stay in the end zone, take the knee, and help out your offense. Instead, you put your team in a really precarious position.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Henry again on second down. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Rodgers now on first down.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Michael Vick taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
They'll run it again with Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Now a handoff to Henry.
Down to about the 45. 2nd down and 8.
Henry up the middle. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper. That's going to bring up a third down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Right back to Sanders on first down. Oh, able to avoid him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Second down and 3.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's the option, running right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. So now then, the big loss sets up 2nd and 19.
70 Rangers.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Looking deep downfield. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Vic to throw on 4th down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a 1-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down, and back they go to Sanders. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's 4th down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down.
Well, still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Decided to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field. The Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Set the tone, defense, let's go. 59 mark, check, 59.
Another run here with Sanders. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Vic with a give to Sanders. And he's fortunate to get anything from that, given the yard up to the 49.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. And that will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
taken down here at about the 11.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts,
as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw, Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the 6-time Pro Bowler Eric Allen.
And the Ravens are going to get the football